People don't understand my books so well. They're so linear-minded. Conceal your intentions. Oh, I've got to conceal my intentions. The game of power is subtle. Human beings are subtle. They're complex, okay? So sometimes, even when you're the head of a group, there are going to be moments where you want to keep people off balance. You don't want the members of your team to know exactly what you're up, exactly what you're thinking, exactly where you're going, because then they're just going to be, they're not going to be using their own initiative. They're not going to be imaginative. I talk in the war book about Napoleon Bonaparte being kind of the master of in warfare they call man management, motivation. And he would mix punishment and kindness. So most of the time he was kind to his soldiers, right? But occasionally he would be very mean and cruel, and he would pick on people randomly to keep them on their heels so they didn't feel, wow, I can just do whatever I want because Napoleon likes me and he's on my side, etc. There's another law in there about using unpredictability to keep people in suspended terror. So they don't know exactly what you want, so they have to try harder. You have to try harder to please you because they're not quite sure whether you like them or not, whether you find their work sufficient or not. But where you really want to conceal your intentions is with your rivals, with your opponents, with your enemies. So in warfare, it's very obvious. It's very obvious in politics, but it's also very clear in business. If everybody of all the companies that are your rivals, if they know exactly where you're headed, they're going to try and take over what you're doing. They're going to mimic you. They're going to mirror you. They know exactly where you're headed. You're too predictable. So really, where you really want to conceal your intentions is for those people who are not on your side, right? There's no purpose for other people knowing who are not on your team for knowing what you're intending to do a year from now, a month from now, a week from now. There's no good in that, right? So maybe your customers, your clients have a good sense of the brand, but you want to keep your enemies, your rivals completely on their heels, completely on the defense. You're on the offense. A lot of power is thinking ahead, 2 or 3 moves ahead. And in the concealing intentions law, I talk about Otto Bismarck, the German chancellor, who was a master. He was playing that kind of game, that kind of chess on the political chessboard of Europe at the time. He was thinking several moves in advance. And in order to think several moves in advance, you know what your intentions are. You know where you're going to go in 6 months, right? And so you have to have a vision of where you're headed, but you have to keep everybody else in the dark so that they can't predict what's happening next. So part of concealing intentions, part of business, part of power is the ability to think strategically, to think in advance, to think several moves in advance. And that means having intentions, having moves that you've planned out, but you want to keep other people on their heels. They don't know where you're going to go next.